the Black Phoenix coming to you this morning. I am inside of the headquarters laying out the staircase design, and I just wanted to kind of show you how I learned how to lay out as far as doing your staircases or just coming up with an idea. I was always taught, the poor man method of doing things is to lay it out with the piece of material thickness you're gonna use to give yourself an ideal, a visual ideal how to look, and make sure that your measurements and everything lines out. You can do the square where you can, they got the 3, 4, 6 layout. You got you can go big or small with it to help you get to square. So it all depends on how you want to do that part of it. But the basis of it is just to keep it simple. You don't have to complicate it. What I did here was the biggest staircase I do for the regular staircase is about 6 steps, and normally that's a good height. Normally that's for like a tall trailer home or a modular home. Well, a trailer home probably be that high, but not a modular home. And that's the about the highest I've done one. But on a normal basis, it's 4 to 5 steps. But what I did, I'm making a layout for 6, so that way, if I get a 4 or 3 or 2 or whatever, it's just repetitious. As you see, it's just so I had lines going across at first. I still got some move some of those lines out the way, but what I was doing was I laid it out where all I have to do if I need to make a 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, it's easier for me to lay it out. And I'm gonna make a jig for it. I'm gonna make a jig so that way the person that's helping me lay them out and weld them, they can actually just sit all the pieces in there. They can tack them in, lay it to the side. The next person can weld it, or I can weld it, or however we do it. But this is a way to, like I say, to lay it out simple. I use some soapstone, and I had a small piece. It's almost gone. I had a small, which I got some more, but this is what I got now after playing with it and getting it lined out. And I use this is a 6 foot level. You can use a 4 foot. I got a 4 foot over there, but the 6 foot gave me the opportunity to make the line all the way across because I know it wasn't going to be a 6 foot distance. When you laying out staircases, the standard code for it is 7 3/8 of steps, no more than 7 3/4. So you can go anywhere from 7 3/8, no more than 7 3/4 to be standard as far as a good step height. Because anything else is kind of like an awkward step, like as you're rising, you know what I mean? Your rise. And as far as your landings, um, normal runs would be at least 10 on 9. Well, the boards, if you buy a 10 foot board, it actually, I mean, a 10 inch wide board, normally it's like 9 inches and a quarter or something, or 9 inches. So even though it says a 10, it's not actually a 10. It's just how wood is. It's say a 2 by 2 or 2 by 4, but it's actually an inch and a half. So it's just different when it comes to laying that out. But like I say, it's just simple, keeping it simple, laying out your design, making sure you can kind of see it and see what does what. Because I have laid out stuff before, and you can miss something if you don't lay it out, or you're going to buy material. I like to make sure um, proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. Like I say, I like to say a lot. So when I'm going to buy material, if I'm on a tight budget and I need to make 4 or 2 staircases, I know exactly how much material I need in order to make this staircase. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's very smart to know how to lay your stuff out, know how to design it, know how to um, figure out your distances as far as how you want to separate everything in your just your design, because you can make it how you want to make it, and then you can figure out your angles later. Because a lot of times people are like, man, how you come up with that degree? You might have a funny 30 degree or 45. Not It might not be a 45. It might be a 30, 32, 55 on certain things, and it's easier to do it, to come up with it after you lay it out. You can cheat it. You can just draw corner to corner, and I actually got a degree finder, and you can get one of those degree finders from Lowe's too. So for those who shop at Lowe's, you can go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart. I don't know if Walmart carry them, but I know Home Depot and Lowe's carry degree finders. You can get the digital one, and you can get the one that just got the degrees on it, written on it. So it all depends on how you want to do it. But like I say, then again, I'm just laying this out. Like I say, that's my prototype when I first started. As you see, if you look at the patterning on that, you can see the difference. It's not laid out like these. These are actually will be more uniform. So when you see it, you're like, oh man, I get it. You can see it like easier, like it'll be real uniform. But this one actually, I started off just trying to figure out how I wanted to lay it out, and that's where you start, man. You get better over time. So as you come, you get your pattern down, you get your ideas down, and then you're able to do more. But you have to start from somewhere. Some people will complain and say this or that or blase blase, but then they don't want to start. You got to start from somewhere. Like I couldn't have came up with my welding skills if I didn't start on it. And actually, this is the first one. I built it all out of scrap metal, and that's why I kept it. I want to actually have it in my shop when I actually get everything going. I have these posted up outside, mounted down, just showing of how I started, how it was originated. It was made out of scrap, and so I just pieced it together, and then I formed it into what I wanted it to be in time. You know what I mean? Because it takes time. And as I look, I said, "Oh, I can do this. I can add this. I can do this." And this one is actually pretty heavy because I'll use all of that as like a quarter-inch thick stuff, but I got it from different jobs. So you know how you get 3/16 quarter-inch stuff from jobs, scrap. So I utilized what I had and came up with a product. Literally, no BS. I just utilized the pieces they was throwing away, and I knew what I wanted to build. I wanted to be organized. I wanted to be portable, and I wanted to be able to use my truck in two different ways, like not only for work but for play too. And if I had a skid that was constructed right, I could easily take it off and go play in the truck instead of work all the time. So it depends on how I want to do it. So like I said, you have to start from somewhere. Even like the Pro Box here, the Firebox. I mean, I come up with the Firebox because I was in the desert and I needed somewhere to just lay out to do small things, and it helped me actually come up with my shooting targets. I started off on the ground, and then when I actually got it all designed good, I used the Pro Box, the Firebox, to help me get everything together. I guess I'm saying Pro Box because I'm starting to network with the Pro Box containers here in Oklahoma City. So it's like in my mind, Pro Box, Pro Box. So that's why I'm saying that. But like I say, you got to start from somewhere. You have to build what you need, utilize what you got, and then later, like I said, you can always improve it. But you have to come. You have to start from somewhere. You have to get the necessary tools you need, so that way you can build what you need and get things done properly. But starting from somewhere is most definitely the way to go. I would say, everyone got a starting, place, a point in their life to get things together. So just don't despise that time. You know what I mean? Just do what you got to do. Keep it simple, and lay it out simple, man. Lay it out on the ground, and then build you a jig, and then from building you a jig, have your little setup where your table, and that person can just easily lay it out and do it. So that's the goal with this. I'm actually laying it out so I can build a jig to build more. So that's how you do it, man. You just start from somewhere and you know do what you can do. You ain't got to go crazy, but you do have to start. You do have to take initiative. You do have to go on and push that button and make it happen. You know what I mean? It's not gonna it's not gonna get itself. That old saying that said, "Well, you got to go get it, boy, because it ain't gonna get itself." I heard that in one of Kent Williams' things. He heard them guys down there in the bayou hunting. He said, "You got to go get that thing. They ain't gonna get itself." He said, "Well, I guess that does make sense." If I don't go hard and get it, it ain't gonna get itself. So, like I said, I'm just networking today, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Hold on.